You are tuned into Lady Bird Live. I am an activist and motivational speaker whose purpose is to spread the awareness of HIV. This podcast is about the education of HIV and AIDS and other STDs that people are afraid to discuss and address. So sit back, relax, and prepare to be educated.
Hello, hello. I am so excited. It is 2024. It is a new year here on Ladybird Live podcast. I'm excited that you have chosen to take a listen. A new season is upon us. So, what I wanted to do for this new season is I wanted us to kind of just go back in time a little bit. I want to take you back and kind of wrap up some things that took place in 2023, a couple things the end of 2022, and then bring you to the current. That is what I want to do. So I hope you guys are ready for this ride. I got a lot to talk about. This first episode is going to be interesting. So I hope you stay tuned in and listen.
So let me tell you, there is a lot of stuff to watch on TV at night, in the early mornings, when you wake up and can't go back to sleep. So there was this commercial that would come on every single night, same time, like clockwork. For some reason, I almost feel like I was waking up just to see this infomercial. And the crazy part is, I knew this look, I knew this infomercial word for word, okay? And that is Clear Choice Dental Implants, okay? Let me tell you, I'm watching this commercial and I'm like, okay, these look like everyday people. They're talking about, their dealings with, having teeth that are going bad or having issues, having no teeth, different stories. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I had my own little dental journey. So, you know, this is interesting. So before I tell you guys what I did, let me tell you about my dental journey, okay? So as a kid, I had a very, very, very uh, hard time with listening, right? No, don't do this, don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. And I was like, okay. And I did it anyway. I've closed fingers in car doors. I've stuck things up my nose and put in my ears that I wasn't supposed to. And on Valentine's Day, second grade, I will never forget. I'm at school. I got my cute little Valentine's Day outfit. We passing around our cars. I see this little cute little boy. I guess I like this. I don't know what made me do it, but I stand between two chairs and I start swinging my legs. I stand between two desks, one hand on each desk, and I'm swinging, feet clear off the floor, right? And I swing so far back with my legs that my hands give away and I go face down to the floor and I'm in a pool of blood at this point. And so I'm rushed to the doctor, to the dentist, and they're doing emergency dental surgery. End up, long story short, I chipped one tooth. The other tooth came completely out, root and all intact. They put it on ice. They were able to put it back in, save that tooth. Went through so much that day. They had to close the whole dentist office down just for little old second grade me. And so, my whole childhood, because I had to go through that process, it left me with a lot of different things. It left me with stained front teeth. It left me also buck teeth. So I did endure a lot of bullying as a kid. Elementary school. So this happened second grade. So here we are, third, fourth, and fifth grade. I'm dealing with the bullying. here we are in middle school, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. I'm dealing with the bullying. Not so much, I would say maybe eighth grade, because at that point, I think I kind of took my attitude around, and a lot of people didn't really bother me because I fought back a lot. I talked back a lot. And then high school comes, and not really much bullying, but still the stares and looks. I was in marching band, played clarinet. So I kind of just engulfed into the music aspect of life at that point. And then right after high school, my mom was able to take me to the orthodontist. Right? I gotta wait all the way till like I done graduated high school. I'm 16, 17 years old because I did graduate high school early. And oh, now I can get braces. You mean I had to go through all of these years of torture and bullying, and then now I get braces. So, I get braces. I had to have three teeth extracted, got my braces, wore them for about 2 years, almost 3 years. Wore them through a whole pregnancy because I ended up getting pregnant with my oldest daughter. And, you know, um, the probably right after I had her, I don't even think she was 2 months old, and it was time for me to get my braces off. And so I go to the orthodontist, get my braces off. They have me fitted for my retainer, get my retainer, and I'm letting the orthodontist know, like, listen, the bottom retainer, is good and everything, but this top retainer, it is hurting. Like, it was hurting so bad that my mouth was throbbing. And I didn't think that a retainer was supposed to hurt. So I went back in, I told him, I'm like, listen, this retainer is really hurting. Like, I can't sleep with it on at night. It's throbbing. Oh, you'll get used to it. So after a couple weeks of trying to get used to it, I just couldn't. I was having headaches. My mouth was throbbing. Like, it was so much happening, and he would not adjust my retainer. So, I just stopped wearing them, and I never put them back on. And that resulted in, of course, my teeth shifting, my bottom row not being straight anymore, my top row not being straight anymore. And then also, eventually finding out that the cement that they were using for certain appliances that you had to have when you had braces had defects in the cement. There was a recall on the cement, and I ended up being one of the ones who was affected by the defect of the cement. So each tooth, wherever that cement was ever put on the tooth, which were my molars at the time, because I had a spacer that widened my top jaw. So the spacer, wherever the spacer was held in place at, those teeth began to decay. And it wasn't cavities because I had braces, so I wasn't really big on candy anymore like that, or sugary things. So it wasn't cavity, it was just literally that the cement was causing that. End up having to have those teeth extracted, um, to the point where I am now, which is honestly for me, it's very embarrassing. Like, I know people who've been around me a long time that maybe they don't notice it. I guess I notice it because I'm the one that have to look at myself in the mirror. I have to look at myself in the mirror. I have to see that now I have a gap. I have to also know that on the left side at the top of my mouth, I don't have any teeth. If I smile big enough, you will see that honestly, I have no teeth on the top right, the top left side, not right, the top left side of my mouth. I have no teeth at all. I have no wisdom teeth. They're all gone, you know, and it is very embarrassing. So here we are. This Clear Choice commercial just keeps popping up. It's popping up on TV. I'm like, oh, yes, I'm going to make me an appointment. I'm gonna go in here. They're gonna say, "Oh yeah, girl, we got you. We're gonna get you some implants. Your smile gonna be A1. You know, you're a motivational speaker. You're out here talking to people. X, Y, and Z. We got you. You good." So I make my appointment. I go in for the exam. Everything happens right in this office. Like just like on a commercial, you go in and they tell you everything. They don't tell you a lot of stuff at first. You know, you go in for the consultation. Everything initially is free. You know, you pay nothing. And then you go into this little room, this cute little desk computer, you know, little sample showing you what the implants look like and all that stuff. And then the lady or whoever comes in and they say, well, here's what we're looking at. You're gonna need, you know, for me, um, my bottom teeth were fine. I could, you know, pretty much get braces and straighten my bottom out. My top teeth, because I'm missing so many teeth at the top, the issue is I would need a full top plate at the top. And so um, at this point, I'm in here and she's talking to me and she's telling me this. And I, in my head, I'm like, okay, well, how much? Like, that's where I'm at. I'm at how much? And so finally she gets to the, and she says, well, for a full top implant is $18,000. And she just casually says it and then says like, oh yeah, we offer financing and things. So when I'm thinking finance, I'm like, okay, cool. You run my credit. If my credit okay, then, you know, I can finance it, pay payments, things like that. Makes sense, you know? And so, you know, she does all that stuff, and I'm thinking, okay, I got other stuff I don't use my credit for. You know what I mean? You know, I should be good, right? Well, she says, well, you know, your credit's okay, but you probably need a cosigner. So at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have a cosigner. I don't want to ask my parents. I don't want to like ask anybody. You know, I'm thinking about all this stuff. And then finally, I just caved down and I called my parents. I was like, listen, this is where I'm at. I'm having this appointment. Um, you know, this is something I really want, something I really need. What do you think? You know, and I guess even with having them co-sign, it just was still like it wasn't gonna work. Only because my parents already like they finance a lot of stuff. They have cars, you know, different things like that. And so it's like, you know, they adding something like that, $18,000, if you really think about it, that's almost like a whole nother car in a sense. I mean, I know some cars that you can go on to the car lot right now and buy for less than $18,000, you know. So it is a lot of money. And so I just say, you know what? This is just one of those journeys that I'm just going to have to, you know, wait on. I'm just not going to be able to do it right now. I really want to, you know, I'm going to continue to do everything I need to do to keep the teeth that I have in my mouth healthy. Go to the dentist. If I have an issue, let them fix it and go from there. And so that is where I'm at right now. And that was definitely an experience. So, I mean, if it's in your budget, I say, hey, try it out. I mean, there's other options, other places. That was just the one that just kept popping up in my face. You know, I'm like, okay, maybe this is a sign. Well, I guess it wasn't a sign, you know, that it was going to actually go through. But, you know, hey, it was an experience and I'm not going to knock that experience. But I kind of just want to share that with you all because what I want you to take away from this first episode of this new season is that things happen, life happens. No matter what age you are, life can happen. I was in second grade and life happened to me. Something that happened to me so young has affected me through my whole life. And I just want people to really understand that regardless of the things that happen to you, you can still continue to push forward. Don't let it stop you from living. Don't let it stop you from being who you are because you are amazing. I'm amazing. I know it. Even though sometimes I might not always feel like it, but I am. And you are too. And I want you guys to always know that. And that's why I want to share that with you all. All right. So I cannot wait to share the next episode with you guys. It is going to release on next Friday. Every Friday, you're going to get a new podcast episode, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about the first time that I saw the twins' dad ever. Like, I had not seen him since he went to prison for knowingly infecting me with the HIV virus. And yeah, so since September 2008, I had not laid eyes on him. And so, yeah, this was a journey, interesting one. And I can't wait to share that with you all. Can't wait to see you back next week. Thank you. And until then, hope you enjoyed today's show. Don't forget, you can visit my website, ladybirdofficial.com, for more information or to schedule a one-on-one session. Until next time, bye.